I'm very excited to chair this occasion because of many, many reasons. One reason is just because uh, we need the Nigerian and African story to be told by Nigerians and by Africans. We read all kinds of books, all kinds of materials that are published about us, but we can hardly find our voice in those kind of conversations. So when Duke came and said that you want to start this series, I said yes, we need that one, because as you know, there are many people who come to this continent, take a 1 week, go back and write a whole series of books about us. And I did that to get someone here with us to write what he's writing is something which is very commendable, that we encourage and we make sure that it happens. The second reason is primarily because of the subject matter so about civil society. It's a subject that calls very close to my heart, but the subject also that I think we need to say more and more about it. Because in this country, for sure, when you talk about civil society, the only people will be thinking about is people like that come and harass Tony about human rights violation, which is good. But there are a series of civil society push organizations based out across the continent who are doing all kinds of wonderful things. Then we really never talk about that. The third reason is that I think we should celebrate civil society growth in this county. Why did I think right? Because so when people talk about innovation, creativity, and other, people think about peace tech, people still think about digital skills and other things. But here we are in East South Lee, BudgIT, for example, has an office in Washington. Podo Your Money has an office like 24 other countries. Leap Africa has office in several parts of the world as well. So these are our young people who have often become very innovative, very effective in just not talking about civil society and just but institution, but they are really globalized Nigerian civil society groups to organization. It is at the global level. So if, for example, whether it's FDI or whatever group or I can see you said it's here. So whether it is Plan International or Kia International, why don't we have Nigeria, whatever, Leap Africa, Nigeria, in Washington, in New York, in all other places and that. So people like Upeni can start working for imperial organization, and they can come and work for Nigerian organizations that are also operated internationally as well. I think that is very important, patient work that people are doing. And I've been encouraging all our young people around that, especially like BudgIT, like Leap Africa and others, that they should write and document their own experiences as well. But we should not allow this system to go like that without telling their own story about how they have become African organizations, how they become global. The point is actually the subject of resilience, especially in this pandemic crisis that we have found ourselves. I think that this room is full of, I'm sure, full of stories about how many of our people we have lost as a not to pick up or you say, or from Big Beach or an FTD wall, or from GIZ, or from other private congregations in the States, story that is told all over the place and other things. I think that we also have to think, okay, what can we do in this kind of context and situation? I think one of the themes about this work is around domestic philanthropy. How do we encourage our own philanthropy organization to do what we are doing? So if the government of Netherlands give us money to do our work, why can't the Nigerian government give us money to give our own money as well? Why can't we go to the rich people in Nigeria, whether it's Sangote or whoever they are, other? Why do people also look at process whereby we should be funded? The former chair, Carol here, and she knows very well that in other parts of the world, the tax system is one of the ways in which they encourage domestic transport and other things. So we have to be speaking about, and I remember Triple NGO and others, we worked very closely with them. With the last review of tax laws, and said, look, let's try to put stamps in our own tax laws that will also encourage domestic philanthropy to support, so that people who are donating for good cause can have some forms of tax exemption, just as we've done in other parts of the world. They will not encourage our own domestic philanthropy.